how we doing? All right. So I'm sorry, but I'm gonna be reading my intro for the first time because I don't remember. Hey, welcome to Holy Hot Mess. I'm Savannah, saved, slightly chaotic, and figuring out this faith journey one prayer at a time. We're diving into Jesus, real life struggles, and all grace in between. So let's get into it, guys. I know that was corny. I'll figure that intro out, but it's brand new, okay? It is brand new, so I have not gotten used to it yet. I can't move. Ugh, I just don't want it to rub the whole time and then be an issue and it sounds scraggly and then I have to redo this whole thing again. All right. We're done. Okay, guys, so I don't want this to be crazy serious. I'm not trying to be super, if you know, you know. Okay, today, like I said, I don't want to be super serious about this. This is not a place to come and expect me to just be this is how you need to be. You need to be a perfect Christian, because believe me when I say there are no perfect Christians. I hate to tell you, the only perfect person in this world was Jesus, and he's no longer here on this earth. So until we meet him again or see him when we get there, there's no perfect Christian. I hate to tell you. So actually it's probably a blessing, because having to try to be perfect in a sinful world, in Satan's world, no way. But anywho, I hope y'all are having a great day, because it's a great day to have a great day. Today we're going to be talking about my testimony. I am not going into detail. This is going to be just a need to know. And your testimony is important because it just shows God's grace and that God really does exist. And he put us on this earth and he puts us through things. He doesn't put you he doesn't put you through anything he doesn't think you can handle. And you're not here to just do what you want, be you. You're here for him. You're here to follow his path. He created all of us. He wants you to find that next person that's lost. He wants you to help others. Speak your testimony to show, like I said, all of his grace, all the amazing things he's done. Guys, since I was 4, I have been dealing with sexual abuse, rape, drugs, just beating, abuse all in general, even outside of sexual abuse, from all kinds of people, family members, my mom's boyfriends, one of my mom's husbands. It's just crazy. You can go through so much is the point, and you're gonna come out of it. Until I had a relationship with God, though, let me tell you, I was so incredibly depressed. Like I said, I was into drugs. I was into all those things because I had no way to cope. I couldn't cope by myself. I tried to cope by myself. Did it work? Obviously not, because all I did was get more depressed. I was constantly seeking that hole that you feel in your chest, and trying to find peace and everything else that you're trying to find when you're struggling through trauma. And yes, I went to counseling. I was in counseling since I was 5 years old. And that helped. Don't get me wrong. Counseling, I highly recommend, for sure. But just counseling is never gonna get you to where you need to be. You need God in your life. You need Jesus. You need that Holy Spirit running through you and guiding you. You need that relationship with Jesus. He didn't sacrifice it for nothing. And I'm just saying, I know that sounds, to somebody that doesn't quite understand it yet, doesn't maybe have that relationship, that may just all sound crazy to you. But what I am trying to say is, I was lost without Jesus. I had no idea what I was doing. I had pushed to drugs, pushed to sex, pushed to bad influences, drinking. And trust me, I was doing all kinds of drugs. No, I didn't just smoke weed. Granted, I did a lot of that. But I did all kinds of drugs, guys. I was a drug addict. I was a substance abuse addict. Like, I abused substances practically my whole life since I was little, because that was the only way I could cope with anything. I didn't know how to cope outside of counseling. Like I said, counseling obviously didn't do everything it needed to do for me, because otherwise why was I still, you know, trying to find something else to help me there? So it's just crazy. Without God in your life and without having that relationship, you're gonna continue to probably feel lost. You're probably gonna continue to try to find that one thing that you keep thinking that you need to find, when in all reality, all you need is that relationship. I never had a father. My father, my actual biological sperm donator, told me he wishes I was never born. That was the last thing he ever told me. So, and I feel fine. I don't care. Like, the people that abused me and had sexually assaulted me, the whole ordeal, I have forgiven. I only pray for them to be happy, for their well-being, and for them, you know, to hopefully find their relationship, because that's the relationship they need. They obviously need Jesus, because otherwise they're probably going to continue down the wrong path like they were in the first place. So the point is here, like I said, you just can't have life without him, because if you do, you're gonna be lost. And I'm not saying everybody has a sad life. Some people, I have friends that seem totally fine without him, but they're doing wrong. They're not following the path he wants them to follow. Like I said, I'm not the one here to judge you. I don't judge you. You do you. I am not perfect. I don't wear the most appropriate clothing. I still cuss. I am working on all those things. I am trying to find my balance, trying to find what is the problem, trying, you know, breaking generational curses. I don't know if you call them curses, or generational like bad habits in the family, and just all the things. I'm working on everything. Like, I to this day struggle. I have days where I cry, where I sob, where I just pray to him, to Jesus, to help me, to just help me through the day, help me have that strength that I need to get through the day, help me continue on the journey, because it is not an easy one to follow him. It is not always easy. You don't get to just do whatever you want. You need to, if you're on the journey, you're doing what he wants you to do. He will tell you, he will show you in some sort of way. I'm not saying he's going to sit here and have this conversation with me. That's not how it works. When you finally hear from God, you will understand what I mean. I hear from him. I totally do. He's come to me in my dreams. I have heard actual, like, voices. I have felt like an overwhelming feeling come through me, and a clarity to where it's like if someone was in front of you and telling you what you need to do. That's what it feels like, but internally, and it's like an overwhelming, like, good feeling. It's not a bad or scary feeling. It's an overwhelming, like, good, you feel so happy, but it's like very clarity, like full-blown clarity. And I've had so many of those with him, and I have followed some and not followed some, and honestly, not following some of them have gotten consequences. And I'm not saying he's brought them, but he knew what the consequences would be of not following them. So that was why he wanted me to follow what he wanted me to follow. So that is what I'm saying, that in such an evil and sinful world, to not have a relationship with him is going to be hard to get through life. And if you have a great life without him, I mean, good for you. I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't know what problems are lying underneath all that. I don't know how often you're sinning. Like I said, I'm not here for that judgment. That judgment will come between you and him one day. And he will determine, you know. I'm just saying, without having that relationship, it is hard to get through this sinful life, and to not have depression, and to not be addicted to things you shouldn't be, and to all these things. I look back on so many things in my life and think, like, in the moment, I didn't realize he was actually there for me. I thought he was gone. I thought he was not there. And I knew about him. I believed in him. My grandma and grandpa were Jehovah's Witnesses, so I grew up knowing their way. I don't go off of the Jehovah's Witness way. I'm a Christian, and that could mean so many things, but it's more expanded. It's not such a tight, like, Jehovah's Witnesses, you know how they have their very specific ways with things. And like me being like the Christian the way I am, I just go off of the Bible. I go off of the Bible completely. I go off of what I know. I believe in God, Jesus, his son, the Holy Spirit that runs through us. That's the kind of Christian I am. And I have a great relationship with him. I have the Holy Spirit running through me. I feel it all the time. I feel it now, reaching me to tell you guys what I need to tell you, because I want you to know he's real and he is there for you. And like I said, I look back on situations from my life and where I didn't think he was there for me, and he was right there for me. I used to sit at the top of my stairs when I was a little girl and want to throw myself down the stairs. And you know who was trying to tell me to do that? Was Satan. He was trying to kill me. I tried to commit suicide multiple times in my life, and guess who stopped me every time? Granted, one of the times that stopped me was one of my really good friends at the time. She saw me walking out of the school and she stopped me to talk to me, and I just bawled to her. And I was still gonna go do it, but she didn't quite stop me. She kind of just talked to me and then told me, you know, like, where do you feel about that? At this point, can I please go take you to the counselor? And I went and talked to the counselor. God sent her to stop me that day. He was there helping. And when I wanted to throw myself down the stairs, there was always something telling me not to do it. And at the time I thought, what is it? Like, is it me really wanting to live? No, because I wanted everything but to live. I wanted to die. I was done with this world. I wanted nothing to do with it. So I know for a fact it wasn't me that was stopping myself at all. No, that was full blown God speaking to me saying, it's not your time. And there was many other situations that I was in my lifetime that I should not be here today. And it's crazy because I think back and I'm like, how in the heck am I actually still standing here today? But I'm still standing here because he kept me here. He made sure I was here because he has a huge purpose for me. And I am now following his purpose, and I feel so good inside. I feel so happy. And I've had a relationship with him since 2020. I started going to church with at the time, now my husband. We found a church. We were vaguely going because it was in 2020. So, you know, with COVID, there was like a time period where nobody was really going to do things because everything was closed. But before a lot of things were open, the church that we had seen before everything got really shut down, they were open a little bit earlier. So we started going to them again. And within a couple months, I got baptized. I felt this overwhelming feeling of something just telling me to get baptized. And I told my boyfriend at the time, my now husband, I'm getting baptized. And it was very random. And he was like, really? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, do you think that's smart? You haven't been doing this very long. And I said, I know I need to do this. And I did. And my relationship got so good and changed so dramatically with him. And now I'm going to be getting baptized again. I'm not sure when baptism is for my now church because I don't live there anymore. And the only reason I'm doing that is because I have grown a new relationship with him, and I am going into this new journey with him, and it's a totally different relationship than what I first had with him. And I just have that overwhelming feeling again that I need to get rebaptized, recommit to him, and just rededicate that I am now fully going into this with him, and I am full blown here. Because before it was more just accumulating that relationship, like building up that relationship, and just slowly but surely breaking off all my panic attacks, my anxiety, my drug addiction, my substance abuse in general, and you know, helping me with my anger, all the things that he has helped me either completely break off or slowly gotten better. And I'm sure that I could actually fully be even better on some of those things if I were to fully have committed in this, or known him maybe longer. I don't know because that's the unknown, and that's something I can't take back. But now I have a new relationship with him, and it's so much more powerful that now I'm ready to get rebaptized and continue on this journey, which part of that is now this podcast, Holy Hot Mess. And it's called Holy Hot Mess because I'm a holy hot mess. Like, I am not perfect. Like I said, I struggle every day. I still yell. I still cuss on the occasion. I just recently barely changed my music to where I don't even listen to any more corrupt artists. Like, just recently, it vaguely started, getting off of that, but now I'm like really just full blown with that. So, guys, I had still been drinking. I had still smoked some weed for a while and everything else. Now I've decided when I get baptized, I will no longer touch substances for at least a year. That's his first challenge to me, is for a whole year. And then in a year, we'll reevaluate what he wants me to do. But I can't see him wanting me to go back to those things ever again. I think it's more just, let's get through the first year. And then once the year's over, obviously it should be easy outside of that. Like, that shouldn't even be something on my mind anymore. So I have new recommitments. I am growing so much deeper in this relationship with him, and I am just so happy. And I'm telling you guys, it is crazy. He has brought me peace. Like I said, broken off panic attacks. I used to have massive panic attacks, like massive, to the point where, like I said, I wanted to die. Like, I was so broken inside. He is here for me. I never feel alone. I never feel like I'm alone. I could lose my whole family, not saying I want to, but I would be okay because I know I have him, and I know that they will be with him, and one day I will meet them again, type of thing. So it's just crazy, guys. And don't get me wrong, this journey is hard because the evil one knows when you're trying to work hard and have that relationship with him. He's going to hit you harder than ever when you are trying your hardest to be good and walk down that Christian path, or walk down that path with God in general. It doesn't even have to be Christian. If you're a Jehovah's Witness, if you're Catholic, whatever religion you are, as long as you have a relationship with him, the devil is going to hit you as hard as he can, even when you're not, but he hits you even harder because that is his greatest fear. Jesus is his greatest fear because he knows that Jesus is more powerful than he ever could be. And so he is going to try to wreck it in every way, shape, and form for you as you're trying to grow on this path. So don't think it's going to be an easy one, but really, what's easy in this world? Isn't it a lot better to have all these good feelings, be a good person, not have panic attacks, not have anxiety, be able to have somebody to depend on to where you can just go and pray and you will feel so much better, to know that when you need that strength, you just can pray and he'll be there for you. Like, to know that you are never alone, to know you have peace, to know you are home, to know your purpose. Like, I'm telling you guys, it is an incredible feeling, and I just want it for all of you, and I want you to know he's out there. I'm telling you guys, I am not the person I used to be. I used to be a cheater. I used to be a bad person. I didn't care about anybody's feelings. I didn't anything, and I'm still growing in that. I'm still not a cheater. Still growing in, working on being just a fully good person, what a good person really looks like, and not doing bad. And I still have my moments. I'll still judge and that kind of stuff. And before I even judge anymore, I try to stop myself and be like, you know what? That's not my place to judge, because it's not. So, and it also helps you get over your insecurities, as far as like, if you're really insecure about, your body or what people think of you, when you know you have God and he's with you, you stop caring what people think. I do not care what anybody thinks of me at all, because that is not their business. What I'm doing or what I look like or whatever the case may be, it does not matter to me, because the only thing that matters to me is my relationship with him, and that, and then obviously like my family. Like, there's other things that matter, but he is my priority, and it's the best feeling. And I don't want to make this one super long, because this one is just kind of my little introduction into what to look forward to. This one was a little bit more serious. We'll probably have a little bit more goofing off, and I'll take any requests if you have any questions about, relationships, any of the things. But guys, if you have a testimony and you have a relationship with God, you need to go and spread the word, because everybody needs to spread the word. This world is so wicked and evil, and all we need right now is some really good people out there, and we need people to realize they are not alone in this world. We are so, this world is so lonely and sad, and we don't need that. We need more happy and light and just energetic and all the things. So if you're one of those people that has a testimony and you have that relationship with God, go tell somebody, go pray for somebody, go help that next person. And if you need a relationship with God or you have questions, ask somebody that has that relationship. Ask somebody that knows a little bit. Even if I don't know a ton, I know quite a bit from what I've learned, and I'm only learning more as I go. But ask me. I don't mind answering what I know, and if I don't know it, I'll figure it out with you, or I'll find somebody that knows that answer, you know? Don't be scared to ask or be curious or anything like that. It's totally fine. That's this part of this journey, is being curious, learning. It's such a learning experience, but it's so much fun and it's such an interesting journey. So that's probably going to be it for today. I need to get going, but I just wanted to say I love you guys. I pray that you guys all, are just healthy and happy. And if you have families, that I just pray health and happiness on your family, and protection and the blessings and just all the things. And, if you're feeling alone, I pray that you finally don't feel alone, and that you finally feel like you have somebody to look into. You have somebody. Just know you're not alone. Just pray. And it doesn't have to be like, Lord, it doesn't have to be professional. Just start talking to him. There's just days I'm just like, dude, I just need to talk. I'm not even kidding. It's almost like if you were to have a friend next to you and you're just chit-chatting. I talk to him just like that. I don't sit and make this professional prayer all the time. That's not what he wants. He doesn't need you to be perfect. He doesn't need any of those things, guys. Just talk to him. You're not alone. He's here for you. I am here for you. We are all here for you. So it's a great day to have a great day. Go try to have the best rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Love you guys.